interview where Dana Bash says, the police have gone through 11 months of recordings of calls, and they've only found 2 Springfield residents calling to complain about Haitian migrants taking geese from ponds.
Now, he said what he said. Now he said what he...
Hey, whoa, slow down. So one thing I can admit, and I've been doing this YouTube thing for almost a year, and minus the time that I kind of stopped recording. But I've recorded almost, I think, a little over 300 videos, and just in that small amount of time, I can testify that when you are recording, especially live stream, I've done a few of them, if it is easy to kind of just get caught up in what you're saying. You're thinking about, a million things at once, especially when you're trying to rehearse, data, talking points, your notes. You're trying to make sure you're knocking out all your notes, and you unintentionally say the wrong word. Like, I know yesterday I was talking about, an example during slavery, and I was trying to figure out the name John Brown. And if you don't know who that is, that's one of the coldest white boys in history. Look that up. But I was trying to think of John Brown, and I think I slipped up and was like, what's his name? Something like James Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, John and James kind of sound alike. And the last name Brown is like, it's kind of easy to kind of think of one or the other, and your mouth is saying what your brain is not trying to think. And I end up saying James Brown. And someone in the comments said, hey, you mean John Brown? And I said, hey, thank you. So I understand that, and I would never knock someone for, kind of saying the wrong things, and, because I get it, but I have never, it is safe to say I have never slipped up with the with the high I and the low I, and accidentally said the N-word. And I'm pretty sure if you're watching this video, you probably already done seen 2-3 videos that is going over the same thing we're about to go over. But it's weird, and I'm gonna give my full kind of thoughts and opinion on it, and it might surprise you. But let's go ahead and once again listen to what he said, so we can kind of refresh your memory, and let's just try to listen. Okay.
They did the same thing. She wasn't saying you make up fictions and pretend they're facts. You bring other facts to bear in the debate that are being ignored. And that's what he was saying. And I think it was in that interview where Dana Bash says, the police have gone through 11 months of recordings of calls, and they've only found 2 Springfield residents calling to complain about Haitian migrants taking geese from ponds.
Now, he said what he said. Now he said what he...
Hey, whoa, slow down. So it's really hard to say that what he was trying to say at least didn't sound like he said the N-word. And I've heard people play the clip in, super ultra slow motion, and I have to be honest. Okay, let's be honest. He said he was trying to say, his brain was thinking immigrants, but then his lips wanted to say migrants, and it kind of just mumbled together. And in my honest opinion, after listening to it, I want to say he didn't intentionally want to say the N-word. And I've said it myself. I've said immigrants, I've said migrants, and I never accidentally said one or the other. My brain just kind of mixed in the words. But if I had to put my last dollar on it, I would say that he didn't intentionally say the N-word, and I think he really honestly wanted to say immigrants or migrants. Now, that goes to say there is a strategy, and I've read about this. I looked this up, and you know, people are just people. You know what I'm saying? And when you have ill intentions, just like when people intentionally say Kamala instead of Kamala, like they're intentionally doing that. And you know, there's some racist history in that goes into it. Like you can believe it or not, but it's a strategy used when you kind of intentionally do little things, little caveats like that. Trump is one of the best people, you know, that does that. And I would want to say we either have two choices in this kind of situation here. Either one, we take his word for it and say, hey, you know, you meant to say this, but you said that, and your brain kind of just cross wires, and it sounded like you said the N word. All right, got you. Let's move on. Or you can move on. This is not a story. This is something that is honestly a waste of time. And I debated on, should I cover this? Should I do a video? And, you know, I'm not one to, like, you know, try to pretend like I'm outraged, like he said the N word and, you know, we should just go to his social media page and like, no, this is nothing. And if he did intentionally say it, you know, like people have in the past, what are we going to do? What can we do? What honestly can we do to take action for him saying the N word? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, with elections coming up here soon, and it's actually a video that I'm about to do after this one, is we cannot get distracted with stupid stories like this. That simple. Like, I would rather waste my time learning about how the real estate agents and companies are profiting off of not building as many houses, so they're able to kind of fluctuate and manipulate the housing market. Like, I would rather learn about that and talk about that, because that's what actually is affecting us, instead of, did he say the N word? Damn it, I honestly don't care. The older I'm getting, I don't care what people are saying. They probably called me and called every black person worse than the N word. You know what I'm saying? And what are we gonna do? What honestly are we going to do except for get upset, waste time out of our precious lives getting upset at something that we have no control over? So, guys, come on. Jesus Christ, we are in media and we can control the narrative. And honestly, in the future, I am not going to cover stories like this, because it's like, he said the N word. All right, got you. We can find plenty of racist people saying the N word, like on purpose. You know, so guys, come on. Let's talk about something that's important. But once again, if you think I'm wrong, if you think that he said the N word, we should just be outraged, and we should just go to our, you know, our capitals and wherever we live, and we should just protest. We should, you know, storm the Capitol and demand that whatever this guy's name is be removed out of the country, exiled, you know, stripped away from everything. Him and his family exiled out of the country. Like, if I'm wrong and that's what we need to do, let me know in the comments down below. And yes, I mean, I probably shouldn't be at, because hey, we're going to see what happens in the comment section, because that seems to be a very popping place. But once again, let's have that conversation.